ACC PM live from the Carolina Basketball Museum. Absolutely spectacular place. Again, like I said, if you're a college basketball junkie, this place got to be on the must list now. You got to come by and see everything. I'm telling you, they got some cool stuff in this joint. We're now joined by Harrison Ingram, fresh out for practice. Appreciate you stopping by, having some fun with us.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having me.
How about walking through this place tonight? I mean, unbelievable, right?
It's almost just seeing all the history. Seeing Coach Roy Williams, I remember when he recruited me, seeing Michael Jordan, Vince Carter, I mean, Joel Berry sitting right here next to me, man. It's all crazy.
How about the first time you ever walked into Smith Center and you looked up, right? I mean, it's just one of those things that stop you in your tracks.
Right. It's just seeing the seats for me, seeing the 20,000 seats, knowing that every time I go out there, there's going to be 20,000 fans cheering for me. I mean, I couldn't have asked for a better place to go to.
Very cool.
Well, you just walked off the practice court. Obviously, you're still geared up, still got the jersey on. What was practice like today in terms of the day before a rivalry game? I know everyone wants to say it's just another game, it's the next game, one at a time. But this has a little bit of a different vibe to it. Joel has said it. Did you feel anything different today?
Definitely, I mean, high energy from everybody, especially RJ and Armando, because they played in the game before, you know, just kind of telling us how it's going to be, the energy that the crowd's going to bring. I mean, the energy on campus, just walking. I remember I had to walk to the gym today because I gave my brother in my car, and all the fans were yelling, like, we got to beat Duke. Like, we don't care about any of the other games, just beat Duke. And, you know, Coach Davis, he had a lot of energy today, and, you know, I mean, just seeing how important this game is.
And I'm sure he was saying a little fart, you know, more than he usually does, because I feel like the coaches around this time, they get very intense.
Right.
And you can kind of, you know, obviously they say we're just going to treat it like another game, but you know there's an added edge to it. Mm-hmm. We're in the same boat because I grew up in Florida, you grew up in Texas.
Right.
I didn't really understand a rivalry until I got on campus. Did you feel the same way? Like when you growing up, did you know about the rivalry, or did you really, like, you didn't really understand it until you got to Carolina?
I still don't even think I understand it now, honestly, to be honest. I mean, I knew it was always UNC versus Duke rivalry growing up. I've always been a basketball fan, but I was never really a UNC or a Duke fan, so it didn't hit me as hard as it hit some people like who have been North Carolina fans their whole life. So, you know, me, I'm still just trying to take it all in and kind of, I mean, just tell me that we have college game day here tomorrow. Like, I'm going to go watch that and just kind of enjoy the whole process.
That's awesome.
You come off a tough loss, which has been, I mean, few and far between. Does that help you moving forward as far as kind of a kick in the butt and a wake-up call a little bit?
I think it definitely puts the chip back on our shoulder. I mean, all of us play with the chip on our shoulder on the defensive end, and the offensive end is trying to play hard and win every game. I feel like me included, we're getting kind of complacent. I mean, we were on a 10-game win streak, hadn't lost in so long. I feel like losing to a team on the road, a pretty solid team. They played well against us. We didn't play our best game, kind of just put the chip back on our shoulder. We're going to come out tomorrow with a lot of energy.
You go from one ACC school to another, Stanford to North Carolina. We can say that now, right? We can kind of say that. For you, obviously, there's a transition in anything in life. For us, when we start a new job, it takes a second to get in your groove. Mm-hmm. How would you describe the transition and when you felt like it really clicked with this team and for you personally?
So the special thing about this place is I kind of feel like it clicked right away, right when I came on my visit. I had 3 visits scheduled to here, Kentucky, and Kansas back to back to back. And I visited here first, and I got here.
Light load, by the way.
I got here, and I met the players. I went out with all the returning players. We ate dinner, and I kind of told my parents, I was like, I don't want to visit anywhere else. Like, I want to come here. So I go back to Coach Davis and tell him that I committed, and kind of just coming here. I mean, it felt like family right away. All the players are cool, all the coaches, you know, we're all best friends. We hang out all the time, and it's like a paradise.
Wait a minute, Carolina, Kentucky. What about the poverty schools? I mean, that's a pretty good list of blue places.
Right.
I mean, come on now, that's a strong list.
Yeah, it was all a blessing, but you know, this is the best place for sure.
How do you feel like your games come along this season? Because here lately, it feels like we're saying Harrison Ingram quite a bit more.
Definitely trusting my work from the summer. I feel like last year I didn't have the confidence that I feel like I have this year. You know, seeing Coach Davis, the confidence he has in me to play my game, whether it's posting up, shooting threes, taking some off the dribble, guarding the 1-man, guarding the 5-man. I mean, just trusting my game. I mean, last game I came out, I had 2 straight turnovers, and he kept me in the game. Played like 36 minutes. You know, just having a coach who trusts me like that, and teammates who are really, really good players and trust my instincts. I mean, it's amazing.
And that's what I want to know about is, you know, as you were going around and, you know, you had Kentucky, you had Kansas, and you had Carolina, what was the pitch from Coach Davis to you? Because I think sometimes it's challenging for players to be able to have a role. And so what was it, the
You know, just having a coach who trusts me like that and teammates who are really, really good players and trust my instincts, I mean, it's amazing.
And that's what I want to know about is, you know, as you were going around and, you know, you had Kentucky, you had Kansas, and you had Carolina, what was the pitch from Coach Davis to you? Because I think sometimes it's challenging for players to be able to have a role and then also accept a role.
Right.
So what was it, the way Coach Davis pitched it to you? What made the difference between, you know, Carolina and those other schools?
For him, it was his emphasis on winning. He was the only coach who really came in there talking about how much he wants to win a national championship. That was the first thing he talked about.
Yeah.
It wasn't like the amount of shots I'm gonna get or the amount of whatever. It was just, I want to win. I think you can help us win. And I knew that coming into this, he was gonna let me play my entire game. I feel like what makes me special is my versatility, not just one thing, but allow me to do everything on the court. And I feel like he lets me do that.
Yeah.
I want to talk about the defense, because to me that's where you guys have taken it to another level. Watching you guys early in the season, like everybody, you know, good teams get better as the year goes on, but very seldom do you see teams flip the switch defensively. A lot of times it's offense, right? All of a sudden you find your groove, start making everything you look at. It's a want-to on the defensive end. What was the catalyst for the team to go, guess what? We're going to just go shut people down?
I think it was, I can't remember what game we had. It was maybe the UConn game. We had like a 2-week break, and I remember we had one off day. We had a practice, and they ran us like no other for defense and rebounding. Every time someone scored on you or someone got an offensive rebound on the line, the whole team runs but you. So everyone will be mad at you for making a mistake, and I feel like that helped all of us lock in because nobody wants to run. So play defense to get the rebounds.
A lot of trash cans out there?
A lot of trash cans, cones, heavy balls, all the stuff.
Did you ever mess up so everyone else had to run? You had to watch from the side?
Did I ever mess up? No,
That's how the whole thing got started.
He's laughing because I know there was a moment where your teammates were probably like, screw you, Joel.
Oh, yeah, but we had to run, so it wasn't different. I would honestly, if we didn't have to run, I'll screw up so I wouldn't have to run. I mean, that's the easy way out.
Get a break, just get a break.
Wait, does Roy Williams know that? Because you know the way he was thinking, no, you're not going to get out easy. You're thinking that's the way out of the deal.
Yeah. Right, that's the way out of the deal. If I make a mistake and I don't have to run, hey, sign me up.
Work smarter, not harder, as they say.
I hope Hubert Davis is not watching this interview because he's going, you know what, I'm going to have to change the entire mindset of that whole
just
drill.
messed it up for y'all.
Yeah, don't tell him we said that.
Well, it's too late now.
He's always watching. For you, we're having a ton of fun watching RJ Davis play. You get the inside look. You're on the court with him at all times. You're at practice with him. What's it like watching RJ doing what he's doing this year? Really, player of the year caliber. Right?
No, not really. He is the player of the year.
Yeah.
I mean, in my opinion, he's the player of the year. I mean, to do what he's doing, playing at the highest level, he's playing great defense on the ball. And the ball screen coverage is so easy. I'm in the help side. I mean, he's playing amazing defense on the ball. On offense, he's making almost every shot he shoots, making the right play. You know, it's just so easy for myself to get easier looks, play with a guy like that. I mean, it makes the game so easy.
Yeah.
I like the rebounds, man. You know, because let me tell you something. I'm a defensive guy, right? Now, whether it be football, whether it be hoops, I love teams that play great defense because that, to me, is the want-to championship stuff. And great rebounders are guys that go, guess what? When that ball comes off the rim, I don't care who the other 9 dudes are, it's mine.
Right.
There have been times this year where you look like you are the dominant force. No disrespect to Baycott or any other guys, but do you feel like, hey, you know what? That's mine. I mean, because that's a mindset to be a great rebounder.
Definitely had to change how I was wired. Coach May really helped with that. He pulled me aside. Again, it was after that little 2-week period we had. He told me like if I don't get the rebounds, and I'm gonna run, and I don't want to run, so I'm just gonna get the rebounds now. It's pretty that simple.
Did you tell Coach he's gonna run with you?
Coach May, how about that?
Now he's gonna run twice. You run your mouth like that.
Yes, sir.
In terms of this rivalry,
Yes, sir.
I know you haven't necessarily been part of it, but it runs deep in the household, so we hear. Tell the people why this is important in the Ingram household at this point.
Because my sister attends Duke University. She's a freshman.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
Wow.
so
Plays volleyball.
she plays volleyball, so obviously the athletic gene runs deep in this family.
Not
so
surprised.
here you go. So we got some highlights.
Okay, let me see.
Of little sis. So has there been smack talk? What's the conversation like this week in terms of you guys going back and forth?
Definitely smack talk. She's telling us that we're gonna lose. She's telling me that she wants me to lose. She hopes I do well and that we lose.
Maybe that motivates. That probably motivates you, right?
She's telling me that for the last 2 weeks. She's been telling me that she hopes we lose. I'm like, oh, that's all right. But she'll be there wearing a Carolina shirt with my mom, dad, and brother. Just supporting.
That's a good sister. Obviously, you have athletes in your family. What's it like growing up in a house like that, where all of you obviously have collegiate level talent?
I mean, it was cool. Definitely cool growing up with that. Seeing all my brother and sister get their offers and kind of get coaches come to their games, and I'll go watch them play and kind of seeing them do well and dominate. But the real thing I liked about my parents is kind of the double-edged sword that they had, and where education was just as important as sports.
Yep.
And growing up, we went to a pretty good academic school, and then I go to Stanford, and I come to another good academic school in North Carolina. So my parents did a good job of making both of those a priority.
And how was that transfer? Again, I've been out to Palo Alto. It's an incredible place, an incredible institution, right? I mean, it's
amazing.
Special. We talk about sports all the time, but the academics, this league is a great academic league. How difficult was that transition?
From Stanford to here? It wasn't. It was more, the hard part was the social aspect, leaving all my friends. I mean, I had a great time at Stanford. I loved every bit about it, loved all the people there. At the end of the day, I just had to make the decision that was best for my career. But just kind of coming here, I feel like RJ really helped me kind of get accustomed to everything here. I mean, he would hang out with me every day. When I would come here, we'd go get food. He'd show me all the places, and I feel like I really made a friend.
Where's your go-to spot here?
Four Corners, have you ever heard of it?
Yeah,
it's a little
Corners,
spot.
yeah.
I mean, they have all type of weird stuff on Franklin Street, all weird restaurants I've never heard of, but a lot of them are pretty cool.
Because Palo Alto is a neat spot too now.
Yeah, it's nice. It's nice out
right?
there.
I mean, for folks who've never been, it's a beautiful place.
It's nice. A lot of palm trees.
Yeah.
Sir.
People don't know that. It's true.
In terms of tomorrow, you say you're going to stop by game day. What does a game day look like for you? Typically, if you have a later tip, how do you prepare for a game?
Definitely sleep in. I get my blackout curtains, sleep till as late as I can, hopefully 11 a.m. I mean, hopefully I sleep right until college game day. Get up, eat my food. Got to make my bed on game day. I never make my bed any other day but game day. I got to be organized.
Really?
Got to be superstition. I got to. I got to or we lose. And, do that, drink a lot of water, and kind of just get focused.
Did you have a superstitious thing on game day?
No,
I
was just like whatever. I just show up. I kept it simple. I always had to put my left sock on before my right. I guess we can consider that.
Yeah.
Now against Georgia Tech? Did you make up your bed at the hotel?
I did not actually. I didn't.
See,
that could be the reason. I didn't. And I'm supposed to have twists too. That's the team superstition. Every time I've had twists on my hair, we haven't lost.
So we're good.
I didn't have them against Georgia Tech, but I got them. Got them for this game.
We're good.
All right.
If the game was that easy, Harrison, you'd never lose another game the rest of your life. Make your bed, get the twist, sleep till 11, get some water. That's a W. That's a W, man. Let's move on. It's like there's nothing to it other than that. Well, listen, we appreciate you stopping by. Appreciate your schedule's crazy.
Thank you.
Thanks for making time for
Yes,
this.
great to
Nice
meet
to
you.
We wish you the best, man. Again, I told you, you are the missing piece tomorrow. That's what I said earlier to Seth Greenberg.
No pressure from Pac. It's all good.
Let's go play my game.
When
It's
Harrison
fine.
Ingram goes off tomorrow, I'm going to go, guys, if you're watching the show, you knew what was going to happen. It was all about me sleeping till 11 o'clock, making my bed, and putting a little twist in there.
twist in my
We're good to go. All right,
Yeah,
good luck.
you too.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's it. You got it.